Hey, it's Stacey J with Live 365 Radio, and I'm back with another Give Me Five moment. And today's Give Me Five moment is 5 ways to stop playing small. Okay, it's 2020. We have endured the unbelievable. And so 2021 is just right around the corner, and we're not playing small no more. No, we're not, right? Because when you play small, it usually means that we dismiss what we really want in life, right? We're scared. It's kind of built out of fear or something like that. Or maybe we just feel like some of the things that we've been told in life about what we couldn't have or what we couldn't achieve. When you think about parents that says money don't grow on trees. And so sometimes that creates a lack mentality as we grow older, and it becomes instilled in our thoughts and our DNA, and we act accordingly. So we play ourselves small. And so by contrast, when we think about playing big, that means we're willing to go through some discomfort, some short-term challenges or whatever, but we see the bigger picture of going for what we actually want. And that's what it really is about, is living your life on purpose and going after what you want. I mean, life is not promised. We can't predict the future. So it's no need to just be living in fear and not going after the things that you want. I mean, it's truly doing a disservice to yourself. And we want to feel alive. We want to attract the love we want. We want to attract the things we want in life, because it's okay to want a nice home. It's okay to want a nice car if you are in the position to take care of it. Like, we don't want to live above our means, but we definitely want to have the things of our heart's desire. And then when you play small, it means our actions are just definitely motivated by fears. And we don't want to live in fear, because sometimes fear is false evidence appearing real. So we got to make sure that we're not living in fear based off of somebody else's opinions or somebody else's fear. Okay. So number one, commit to the experience. All right. So we often get stuck because we want to be perfect when we start. I know that was one of my issues. It's like, I want my website to look like this. And it took me a longer time to get it finished because I was, playing around, looking at other things, getting ideas, which is fine. But when you get stalled, the paralysis of analysis, then it hinders you from even getting started in the first place. So those are just thoughts that, we don't want to have. And committing to your vision, enjoy the journey of it, because I know we see the end in mind, like, I want to be rich, you know what I'm saying? Or you want to get to the end goal, but what about the journey of going through the experience of building a business, or a weight loss journey of saying, hey, I'm going to push myself to the extent that I see my body transform in front of my eyes. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. Nothing is. So therefore, instead of looking at the end goal, let's enjoy every step of the way, every failure, which helps us become better, every accomplishment that we make, let's celebrate that. I mean, there's so much in the journey to enjoy before we just like, man, I'm giving up because I didn't get there in 6 months, or I didn't get there in 3 months. What if you're right there for the 7th month, but you gave up in the 6th month, right? So we don't want to do that. Number two, recover and rejuvenate. So many of us are, we believe we got to work, got to go hard, we got to go hustle. Now, I'm definitely not saying do not put the effort and energy you need into your business, your life, or whatever it is you're doing to make things happen. What I'm saying is that you have to take time out for your body, mind, and spirit, because if you're overexerting yourself, you're not going to be good to anything or anybody, or manifest anything out of a disruptive and chaotic situation, right? And so it's beneficial in the long term to be able to just say, hey, you know what? I know this may take time. I need to take time for myself out to do some self-care, to rejuvenate, so that I can come back with fresh ideas, so I can be more accurate on the things that I'm trying to achieve. Because when our mind is all chaotic, that's when you make a lot of mistakes. That's when you make poor decisions. And then that sets you back. So if you take the time, I'm all for getting your hustle on, but I'm trying to remove that from my vocabulary of saying it, because it sounds like it's a hustle bustle. It sounds like I'm overexerting myself to get where I want to get. And not like, now, by the time I get there, I'm all tired and burnt out. So it's not really pleasing to get there. And then I might not even enjoy the process because of the way that I'm not taking care of my mind, body, and spirit. So make sure that you are enjoying life as well as you're working hard. Number 3, stop living urgently, right? So it said, I put down, we often believe we have to live and work at a high intensity. So I kind of just mentioned that. And so it's the prey mentality, I call it. It's like animals who are afraid of being eaten often live this way, and that's not us, right? So you know, everything is not a rush. Everything is not a rush. And for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to learn that because I'm hyper. I don't have ADHD, y'all, but I am hyper. I'm very passionate. You know, I use my hands to talk. When I talk, you know, it's like full of power and all that kind of stuff. But I had to learn to take my time with my life. You know, everything is not a rush. There's not a finish line to everything. You know what I'm saying? And so instead of acting like that you're going to be eaten, slow down. Just slow down. Because I'm telling you, the rushing and the hustle and the bustle is going to create bad health. It's going to create a bad mindset. And it's going to make you actually irritable to be around because everything seems like it got to be moving so fast. And take it from me, because I've been there and done that. And, you know, there's always going to be a to-do list. Like, I write a to-do list every day. And sometimes those things on my to-do list actually have to go over to the next day. I've learned not to beat myself up about it. Now, I've also learned that it can't be going to each day every day. That's just stupid. But I'm saying is that I've learned not to beat myself up if I didn't get it accomplished, but make sure that I'm making the time and not, you know, just fooling off. And that's not while I'm accomplishing it. So, you know, be kind to yourself. You got to be kind to yourself. And knowing what you don't want at the same time is, oh, this is number 4. I'm sorry, y'all. Number 4, know what you want, right? Know what you want. Know what you want in life, in a relationship, in how you want to raise your children, how you want your money. You need to know what you want, because a lot of us don't know what we want. You know, we may have gotten ideas from other people that we've been around and their life looks luxurious and like it's, you know, all that. And we kind of pick and choose off of people we want. It's important to know what you want, because not knowing means that somebody else can give you your dreams. Somebody else can give you your purpose. Somebody else can tell you who you are, because you don't know what you want and you possibly don't know who you are. And so stop complaining and pointing fingers, and instead learn to tune in, turn in, tune in, lean in, what all that in and stuff like that. Learn to turn complaints into requests, acknowledge problems, ask yourself what you want, and then take action. It's that simple. I mean, there's no long explanation for that. It's like, sit down with yourself and say, hey, self, what do you really want in life? Not when I went through my breakup, but when I broke up, I had to sit down and ask myself a gang of questions, like a gang of questions about me, not a him. This isn't about him. This is about me. So I had to ask myself these questions. What do you want in a relationship? What do you want in your life? You know, and now that I've done that, and it's been 9 or 10 months now, I've had so many revelations come to me that I didn't really like that. And I don't really like to do that. And that not in just in a relationships, with friends, with family, you know, people pleasers. People that's like, oh, okay, I do it. And you know, you don't want to do it. When you have people in your life that understand and vibrate on the same frequency that you do, then when you say, I don't want to do it, they're not trying to guilt you into doing it, because they know obviously you really don't feel like doing it. So, you know yourself, sit down with yourself, love yourself. You know, there's a lot of great things about yourself that you might not know because you've been told differently. Number 5, take responsibility. We often believe responsibility lays on other people in different situations, right? We have to learn to take responsibility for ourselves, be accountable for our actions, what we say and what we do. And we got to be responsible for our own happiness, because a lot of times we look to others to make us happy, our children, our spouses, or your boo thing, whatever it is, when happiness comes from within. And you hear that so many times, but yet I don't see it being applied by a lot of people, because we finger point. We talk about I would have been this, and it's, when you go through a breakup, you be like, that was a waste of my time. It depends, because one, you chose it. Two, you probably saw signs. And three, you have the power to take your life and do what you want with it. So if someone is not making you happy, that's not their responsibility. That is yours. They are to complement your happiness. Now, I don't want to be happy and be around people that's just Debbie Downers and all that stuff. However, I know that if I'm happy, then I will radiate that. My vibration commands that, to be in a good space. And if that's not the space I'm in, you know what? I can move on out of that space. Because why? Because I can take responsibility of my life. So stop pointing the fingers. Stop wanting people to be responsible for something that is all yours, boo. It is all yours. I have another number 6 today too. Find strength in challenges, right? I said the small part of us want to outrun our problems and challenges. I believe something must be wrong it believes something must be wrong if we're facing challenges. Challenges have been in the world since the world was created, okay? So to me, when I have a mindset that not manifesting challenges, but I know that challenges exist. So with that being said, how am I going to approach them when they come? Am I going to be mad, frustrated, irritated, go off, curse somebody out because they're happening? Or am I going to feel that moment, deal with that emotion, and figure out what the solution is? I want to minimize the problem and maximize the solution. That is what it's about. We can't be afraid like, oh, if this happened, oh, if that happened and all that. You want to be in a good space to be able to receive it and then say, what the hell am I going to do? Because that's what it's all about, is how do I get out of this space, or how do I overcome this? Anything else is just going to make you go crazy. You're going to be frustrated, and you know what you're going to do? You're going to attract all that negative energy, other problems, other things are going to come to you that you're like, I can't get a break. It's one thing. If it ain't one thing, it's another. So we know if it's one thing, it's another. So try to change your mindset to say, no, I'm not thinking about the next challenge. However, I'm better prepared when the next challenge comes. Make sense? Well, that is all I have for you today. This is Stacey J with another Gimme 5 moment, and I will see you next time.